Alright, I'm hitting the intro button. Intro button.
Dope.
Let's
Oh
get
yeah,
started.
you don't have a video on your computer, so welcome to the Rap Drugs Pod.
What? There's no video on my computer? What do you mean?
Oh, maybe OBS you can run the intro. Did we do that already?
Oh, I don't know. I just played it. Playing it again.
All right. I'm hitting record in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Rap Drugs Pod, fam. Hope you haven't been chilling with the Raptors catching COVID. I guess eight players have COVID. Or are on COVID watch, whatever the hell that means. They gotta go isolate in their bedroom while the rest of the family sneaks drinks to their window. If you're hot on the Twitter stories, that was a good one. This lady's dad, she had to isolate, so he'd bring cocktails to her window and set them on this ladder that he set up there and just run. And he'd like always have the dog with him, like he was going out for a walk with the dog and a drink, and he'd leave the drink for her and run away. And I'm like, couldn't he just set these in front of her door and walk away? Nope, I had to pass the drink, which was it was funny ass shit though. So, but like that's the quality of SNL sketches though nowadays.
Just bad? Terrible?
Yeah, there was an SNL sketch on Twitter. It was literally just saying like real life, like kind of how they do with the Donald Trump stuff. Like whenever the guy went to leave home, the girl, like they were setting it up like the girl's gonna cheat or something, but instead they just like watch horror movies or murder things on Netflix.
What? Horror
It's
movies?
like not horror movies. I meant murder murder documentaries,
Like
murder
snuff films?
docu-series, like Hotel Cecil,
Like snuff films?
like drinking the water at Hotel Cecil.
Oh yeah. Oh, that
They
was
were
good
treating,
doc.
yeah, but or like the Ted Bundy docs, also
What's
good.
that?
Ted Bundy? You don't know about Ted Bundy?
Oh, I know Ted Bundy, I think. I don't know. I wasn't too into it.
Yeah,
I never watched that one.
he's the pompous narcissist who's like also strikingly good looking or something. But was what early days serial killer who
That's
slashed some people up in
yeah,
Colorado and then went down to Florida.
it's boring. I'm not super into the serial killers. Did you
Yeah,
see
but the
that
ladies
video?
are. The ladies are.
You see that
Like
video?
we're into porno when they go. And that's what the
Yeah.
setup was.
Yeah. You see that video I tell you to watch where the guy was like, I don't think I told you to watch it. There was a guy who did a double murder homicide or double murder suicide
Oh yeah.
over someone shoveling snow onto his lawn.
Yeah, the Tim Dillon video.
Yeah, did you watch
I
that
did,
video?
no, I did not
I
watch
watched
it.
it.
Yeah, you watched it? Oh,
It
man.
was pretty crazy.
I don't know if I've actually watched people die. I don't know if I've actually seen that on the internet. I try to avoid that at all costs.
Yeah, some people it hits them pretty rough. I don't mind so much. I don't know why it doesn't
I
bother
mean,
me that too much.
once you see it, you see it. But
You
I'm
see
just
it.
like avoider.
Yeah, you're just pussy.
I'm a pussy. Yeah,
You
exactly.
just want to hide in the shadows. Guess what? That's what the majority of the population is dealing with every day, Jason. You fucking
Yeah.
jackass. That's their front door.
True. Well, don't worry, Todd. I'm gonna join a Brazilian jiu-jitsu gym so I can learn the art of combat. And I'm gonna let my friend who's doing Muay Thai kick me in the head and shit. So I can get a little dose of reality soon enough. He's also a cop, so maybe I can get him to like shoot at me with his gun, or like
Nice.
at least put it in my mouth or something.
Nice way
Or
to
we
be.
suck each other off.
Nice. That's the only way to do Muay Thai.
Yeah, exactly. Bring a gun
Yeah.
and be butt nude.
Oh yeah.
If you're not kicking each other's third leg, you're not doing it right. But not in the balls. That's not friendly.
That's not fair. That's not
Yeah.
fair.
That's where you need the jiu-jitsu, the gentle art.
Oh.
But yeah,
So what are we doing here today, Jay? What were we gonna
I
talk
don't know,
about?
man. So much going on. I'm just rattled because, Biden's bombing Syria. I'm getting flashbacks to when he
Oh
was in
yeah,
office. I'm
I
like,
can't
oh
believe
no,
this
more
shit.
Syrians. Because, as a Canadian, I personally feel responsible for what's going to happen to these refugees.
Why is that?
Like, we bring them in. Like, it's like the Jewish
Oh
people
yeah,
getting holocausted. Except
oh
this
yeah.
time the U.S. is doing it to Syrians.
Well, they were
And Syrian
Iranian.
people are doing
They
it to Syrians,
they
and
were
Russians are doing it to Syrians.
they they were Iranian militias, is what I heard.
Yeah,
I don't know if they
that's a
feel
good
like they were
excuse.
Syrians.
It's a good excuse to test out some cool bombs.
Yeah,
Spend, I mean, how much money do you think he made or his team made from the lobbyists once that bomb got
bomb hit.
dropped?
Yeah,
Yeah, like
probably a
cha-ching,
fuck ton. Oh
cha-ching.
yeah.
That's all. Doctor Biden, his wife hears, because Biden doesn't know what's going on, and if you tell me otherwise, you're a liberal cuck. You've gone
Yeah,
too far.
we all know this is Kamala Harris bomb Syria. That's
Yeah,
the real
exactly.
headline.
We all know Bernie would have fucking dropped a nuke on Syria just to
If he
save
was
us
in office.
time. Save us time and money and get rid of one of the nukes we have.
Oh
Think about
yeah.
it. It's good on all levels. Tell me why there's anything wrong with that. If you can, yeah, maybe all the oil underneath would get tainted. You've got a good
That's the
argument there,
problem there, man.
capitalists.
See,
Puerto Ricans.
that's what these Democrats don't understand. Trump understood. You got to take the oil. You got to seize the oil. Go for the oil fields and don't bomb. Don't bomb everything. You got to
Yeah,
ruin the
exactly.
infrastructure. How are you going to get the oil out if you bomb all these pipelines?
Well, yeah, of course. That's the other, that, and you don't want to piss off your friends, Khashoggi and Putin and
Al
MBS.
Qaeda.
Yeah. Sorry, Khashoggi was not a friend. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Bin Laden family, other than Osama, except he kind of was an Obama hater, so maybe he was cool with the
Who's that?
Osama.
Osama?
Trump.
Trump?
Ever since, he's been, back in the day, he's been saying he's Kenyan.
Yeah.
And maybe because of that,
I'm of the belief
Obama's
that
like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot your buddy there, Osama. One of your financiers.
I'm of the belief that the entire Trump presidency was just anti-Obama. I'm gonna do the opposite of what Obama did. Obama was shitty to North Korea. I'm gonna be nice to North Korea. They were nice to Iran. I'm gonna be shit to Iran.
Yeah, I think he actually did it also for Hillary Clinton. You deserved to be president when Obama got voted in. So even though I kicked your fucking ass, I'm gonna get vengeance for you by fucking over Obama's legacy. And he did.
Yeah.
Everyone agrees with Obamagate now. Nobody didn't know it was going on while it happened.
What's Obamagate?
The whole I guess white helmet conspiracy theories and the Syrian war conspiracies, that it's really just a war between Russia and US to make up for the Afghanistan bounties.
Oh, I knew that. Everyone in the know knew that. Come on, Jason. You were way behind.
But that's what I'm
Alex
saying.
Jones was telling me that back in the day, and you were denying it.
No, I was never denying it.
You denied it.
I was not even into politics at that point in time.
I
was like, Obama's fucking cool, and I'm trying to sell dope out of this fucking university fucking dorm. No, yeah, Todd, I was probably fucking 20 Bud Lights deep whenever you played that shit around me.
I'm still not listening. Anyways.
Yeah, fair.
What are we talking about?
Biden dropping some bombs and getting paid.
Oh, yeah.
And, the great memes that come along with it of Dick Cheney and Bush. Just being... It's like a reminder. Kamala Harris is definitely the Cheney, and you said that a month ago or 3.
Oh, yeah, man. And it's going to be Iran. They're going for Iran. It's 100%.
Yeah, slowly but surely.
Which
you said, it starts by bombing Iranians outside of Iran in Syria, which we don't care about. That's where we bomb each other.
Yeah.
That's the world's war playground.
Right now. Even
For
though
now.
ISIS is, I think, gone. Like,
Yeah.
what happened to ISIS? Isn't that why we're in
Trump
Syria?
Trump wiped him out. No, a new leader came up. But yeah,
Oh,
Trump
is that
Trump killed
right?
that guy.
Who was it? The Al Qaeda that we
Supposedly.
were
Supposedly a
supporting?
new leader
Is
came
that who
up.
we're fighting now? The Al Qaeda we were supporting?
Yeah.
Al
No, the
Nusra?
other ISIS team we were supporting. The
Oh,
anti-ISIS rebels we were paying.
now we gotta. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
all so confusing though, I don't even know. Yeah.
It's all a
People
lot
are
of fun.
probably like, what the fuck is going on? We've just been doing this for 10 minutes. But oh man.
Did you hear about the minimum wage getting shut down too? Biden
Yeah,
shutting
they
that
passed
down.
that bill and they took it off it.
Yeah.
But they're like, we're gonna get it one way or another. Nancy Pelosi, liar Pelosi's
Yeah.
all about
They're all
it.
full of shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. It's been crazy.
super crazy. But yeah,
But
man, I've been like hard on some conspiracies from Joe Rogan having Freddie Gibbs and
who's that?
Freddie Gibbs is this rapper from Chicago and Brian Moses on who's a comedian. So
Why is
they
it a
were talking
conspiracy?
about they were talking about a bunch of different things, but the one relevant thing was like Saddam Hussein's sons. So I don't know if this is real or propaganda, but they were saying Saddam Hussein's sons used to like take people's brides and feed them to dogs.
I believe it.
But like just for fun.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me. That sounds surprising to you.
Well, like I
These guys
mean,
are
do
animals.
American elites do that? Do the Bush's family sons
Bro,
do
do
that?
you don't understand Iraqi politics, man. These guys were
Oh,
fucking dealing with some shit. They had a
true.
lot going on.
So they were just like MBS cutting up Khashoggi, eh?
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to
Oh
do what you
yeah.
got to do.
100%. They
That's
were the
why I don't
exact
get.
same.
I guess because those sheiks hate dogs. That's why they didn't do that. Just bring a dog into the embassy and eat him up.
I don't know. Sheiks hate dogs?
I don't
What
know.
sheiks?
I don't know if
What are
they
you even
hate dogs.
talking about?
I'm just guessing. I was making a random guess. Sheiks are like the guys who run. Oh wait, UAE. Is that where MBS is at?
I don't know what NBS is. The UAE
Mohammed bin
is.
Salman.
Oh, is he the guy that runs the UAE?
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know
that's
which
not
country it is.
Iraq.
Dubai.
Dubai is the UAE. That's the capital of UAE, United
Okay.
Arab Emirates.
Okay.
It's probably who you're talking about.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
He's like a rich douchebag. It's where like the headquarters of the U.S. is.
All the oil barons, yeah, and the UFC goes there always.
Yeah, it's just like this. Like it's Dubai is like this huge like metropolis city that's crazy. Like they have like flying helicopter police bikes and like
Yeah.
they pay every year. It's the middle of a desert.
They
And they
also
pay
have
every year to make it rain there.
nice.
I
They
don't know
also
how
have
they do it, but
cops
they have
on
machines that make it rain.
rollerblades.
What's that?
They also have cops on rollerblades there
Yeah,
too.
they're
It's
crazy.
weird.
It's crazy town. And then like outside of it, the rest of the country, it's not a very big country.
Yeah.
The rest of it's just like a barren desert where there's like slaves and like just all like Egyptians and like Indians go there and they just like take their passports and force them to work on the oil fields. It's like that's
Nuts.
like all outside the city, and then inside the city's like rich businessmen and Western people and shit.
Yeah, white people doing all the finance and accounting.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And then the sheiks who are just like, yeah, make sure I keep having more money.
Yeah.
I'll deal with the employee part, the free labor part.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, if I was them, I'd be like just in like in between Spain and Morocco, and just like scooping up slaves there. Get the big strong slaves, the
Spain and
Africans.
Morocco.
Yeah. Wait, did I just turn into like a Southern American guy for a moment? Oh my god, man! Sorry.
I don't know, or like a homosexual that's into Spanish and Moroccans. Who's like,
No, I'm saying like
you're like the
so
big strong
Africans.
guys.
Yeah, Africans go through that route to get to Spain.
Spain and Morocco. Oh,
Yeah,
you'd be kidnapping refugees. No records.
yeah, exactly. They're trying to get to what's
Oh
it
yeah,
called? the
That's some
Red
cartel
Cross
mentality.
so they can get into Spain, and so they already
Yeah.
get rid of their passports or have a bunch of fake shit.
You set up a place called the Blue Cross,
Yeah,
and you
the
pretend
Jew
like you're
Cross, I call
the
it.
Jew Cross. You pretend like you're the Red Cross, and then you just load them onto ships and take them to
You switch your
fucking
flags as you pull up to them.
take them to the fucking oil fields.
Yeah, exactly. I think I could make a lot of money. If
Oh
any
yeah, man.
sheiks are
I
listening, just send us a text or an email down below. FBI or CIA, please don't.
I'm pretty sure that's what
Cool,
George
man.
Soros does
We
with
didn't
his
storm the Capitol.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure that's what George Soros does with his non-profit organizations. At least that's what I hear.
that's what Jeff Bezos is getting into. Why didn't he step down as CEO? He found something more lucrative off paper.
Off
But
paper, yeah.
but that's
Human
the
trafficking.
craziest thing about these sheiks and MBS and all these princes. They are literally the people that they're like the people that set up the government, the royal families back in the day. Like they set up this
Yeah.
system so that they
Modern
can
day
make sure
royal
they can stay
families.
kings. And now they've got these knights and shit that are
Yeah.
the police and the military keeping us peasants in check.
It actually it blew my mind one day when I realized they're like modern day like medieval kingdoms. Like they never
Yeah.
changed. They stayed that way
Oh,
pretty much. Like a lot of the countries in the Middle East were heading towards like democracy and stuff, and then at some
yeah.
point they went back and they just became medieval kingdoms, and like they're just like these fucking monarchy families with guns, which is just
Yeah.
insane. It's just an insane thing
The
to think
disparity
about,
is insane, like
Like
you're saying, that
the
they put on this farce in their metropolises,
like
but
the Saudi
believe
Arabian
it's the truth.
government, I feel like it like blows my mind the way they talk about it, because I used to just hear like the royal family or like the Saudi Arabian government, and I didn't realize those are interchangeable words. Where
Yeah,
the royal
yeah,
family is 2,000 people, and you have to be part of the royal family to work in the government, like even at the lowest levels. It's like what the
yeah,
fuck? It's
yeah,
like you guys are all
exactly.
cousins. This is
It's
insane.
it's an insane dictatorship.
And we're best friends with these guys.
Yeah, and no one's trying to Benghazi anyone. Like we're helping them kill their enemies and keep quiet, and buying weapons from them and selling weapons to them.
Yeah,
So we can, like, it is hilarious.
it's crazy
when you think about it, but it is kind of cool that Canada tries to like pretend they hate them,
sometimes.
or at least says they don't like them.
Yeah,
But maybe that's why we always get fucked with, like with SARS hitting Canada, hitting Toronto hard, and like the G20 rallies and the COINTELPRO all going down there. Like
it's because we're
like
talking shit.
and like the PLT, the plant lettuce tomato McDonald's burger, they tried that out and
They try to take us down with that.
yeah, they're fucking with our mental, yo. I can't talk though. I'm vegan, as most people's know, plant-based.
Yeah,
So I've been duped. I've been brainwashed.
yeah, by the
into
vegan industrial complex, the
Yeah,
plant-based
exactly.
industrial complex, where they
Exactly.
want to sell their plant-based crap. See, don't fall for
Like
this
they're
shit. They
faking-
want you to think
Yeah.
that animals are bad for you and bad for the planet. But the truth is we
The Brazilian rainforest is there to burn. Like burning and regrowth is a very common thing in the forest. It's not the Brazilian government's fault. They sold the land to McDonald's in order to put farm on top of the trees instead of letting it regrow.
Yeah, man.
It's just smart business.
That's
Like, there's
that's
enough
Brazil's
forests in
fault.
Canada.
That's the Amazonians' fault for living in the
Yeah.
jungle.
If
Bunch
if
of
you guys
dummies.
want to be mad
Maybe
about
you
them,
should have burned it down and built farms there.
yeah. If you guys want to be mad about them, why don't you lobby your own municipal government to have more forest land and stop agriculture where you're at? Huh?
Look, Jason,
Think about it.
we all know
That's
your
what I
ultimate
think.
goal.
I think it's actually just a big hypocritical thing.
Your
And
ultimate
that's-
goal is to get us to eat insects because you want us to live like peasants while you eat all the meat for yourself, collect
Yeah.
the livers. You want to harvest all the chicken livers for yourself so you can eat them. I'm on to you.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
That's why I
a
don't eat.
elitist.
That's why I don't eat the meat because I'm stockpiling it to sell to the rich folks once we run out of oil. I have quite a few chest freezers going. But yeah, no, I think it's like a compound of toxicity type of thing where it's like I can't afford to buy this regenerative farming organic meat. So I'm gonna be eating like pure mercury salmon fish, or like, the cows that killed everybody with their shit in Watford back in the day,
No, I
like
don't.
when from pooping in the table. Well, that's happened. Yeah, those are the cows I'm probably buying from the supermarket too and eating.
Well,
Like
that's
there
okay.
was one time I bought a tube of beef, and that's my mistake. I bought a tube of beef, but it had like sand or grit in it. Like they ground up the bones with the meat.
Well, fucking Taco
So like,
Bell, like their meat was only like 30% meat, and they used sand as a filler. It was one of the ingredients
oh,
in their beach
so
sand.
sand's probably better than bone.
Yeah.
As long as there's no bone, you're good. Like Taco Bell's learned well from the cocaine dealers though. Like you've
You cut
whatever
it.
cost the
Cut
most money, you
it.
cut it. Yeah.
Cut it.
Like
Cut
there's
it.
30% meat on like something that's like 90% veggies and like a little bit of American plastic cheese. Like they take Kraft singles and shred them up.
Yeah, man.
And then so it's not even any dairy in it. It's just a bunch of palm oil that they burn the forests in southern Asia
And
to
the
get.
secret ingredient forces it so fast through your body, you have to immediately eat more.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I guess being plant-based is like I can't really argue with the people that aren't. I just think for me it works. But yeah, like
Yeah,
they're burning down forests in of Asia for palm kernel oil.
yeah,
So like there's just bad agricultural practices all around. So
yeah.
like if you can access to better agricultural practices, it's cheaper on a plant-based diet.
Well, I
And
kind
I'm
of,
like you're saying, Todd, I'm elitist. So that's
I've kind of
part of
given
it.
up on those endeavors. I see a future where like the Earth is entirely encased in cement and metal, and we grow
Oh,
everything
nice.
in greenhouses. I
Well, if
think.
if the privatized prisons continue exponentially, we can only hope we're all in prison and the monkeys with
Yeah.
Neuralink are controlling everything.
Very soon there'll be
The
a
elites
little
and the
difference
monkeys with
between
Neuralink.
there'll be little difference between a suburb and a prison.
A
it'll
suburb in Saudi Arabia.
it'll pretty much the only difference is your income class.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You'll make a lot more. We'll all be millionaires. Dollars to buy clean water and plumbing. Bills will be hundreds of thousands of dollars. Inflation doesn't stop, guys.
Yeah, man.
Just imagine how much a cup of coffee was back in the day, 5 cents 100 years ago. Now it's $5. In what, 100 years, it's going to be $5,000 or 500.
Well, that's how China is. Isn't all their money like 10,000?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yen. No, China's actually good with their yuan. Japan, you're saying?
Oh, is it
Japanese yen.
Japan?
Yeah,
What? I was thinking actually probably Vietnamese money.
yeah. Probably there too. I was thinking about Ladyboy Thailand Bangkok money.
All I know is I've seen a bunch of $10,000 bills.
Nice.
Doesn't take that long. I don't think. I
No,
think it can
it
happen in a
do-
couple of years.
it doesn't. It can. Just a
You know what
couple
I'm
of
saying?
years, exactly.
Canada's going down that route. We're fucked. It's the end of Canada as we know it.
Yeah.
Quebec's gonna
Yep.
break off soon,
I hope so. I moved there right
and,
away.
and then BC's
I don't
gonna
even care if I
follow.
can't speak French. But yeah, I don't know. I got to move to one of the coasts, Todd. I'm starting to feel the pressure from the politics here in
Yeah,
Toronto. Like it's fucked up. The whole lockdown continuing while the vaccine's available to anyone who's going to die if they get COVID. If they want to take the vaccine, they can have it.
yeah, that's
So
crazy.
like, why is there still a lockdown?
I don't
Because
know.
the hospitals might fill up with people that are just fucking assholes who could stay at home. Like if you're not gonna die, stay at home.
Yeah,
Like
it's It's craziness.
Like, they've proven it's treatable, curable, and it for anyone of a certain age and immune system, and everyone who's not within that age and immune system is
I think they've
what's it
decided
called? Vaccine.
this
But
is
you
life
gotta
now.
well, you've also
And
got to
we're never going
remember
back.
Ontario has one of the largest deficits on the planet, and like who pays for the health insurance?
You?
Yeah, so it's just adding to the deficit. Like
Yeah.
it's not a privatized thing here; it's a government thing. So of course they're gonna say like everyone stay inside so we can keep our expenses low. They don't care about losing business; they'll just raise the personal tax rates,
Yeah.
or you'll start a new business doing something else. Like it'll all even out in the long run for them.
Yeah, they're fucking piece of shit.
Yeah,
We
they
should
just
probably
trying to
just
get
go to Capitol
revoted
Hill
in
and
4
burn it
years.
down.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
Queen's Park.
yeah, or that too.
But that's the problem then. If I go down to Queen's Park, I'm gonna have to fight with my friends. My friends are gonna have to shoot me with tasers.
If they were really your friends, they would fucking join. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Nah, man, they gotta get paid too.
I'm not a radical. I'm not an extremist.
Yeah, and everyone's got their own ideology, you know. Maybe they don't even agree. Maybe they agree with me, and they will join. Maybe they don't agree with me all the way.
Sounds like an infidel to me.
Yeah.
You know what I
But
think
yeah.
of infidels.
Like to be honest though, like what would be wrong with being working at the Queen's Park and like being a security there? You get paid a lot more than a cop, so you didn't have to do that shit and be a cop who's a douchebag.
What do you mean?
foot
Why
soldier.
are you asking what
And
would
if
be
people-
wrong with that?
If
Who's
people
saying
do
something's
decide
wrong
to
with
storm
it?
the Capitol, like you said, you join them.
You join them.
You let them in. You be a patriot.
See, I feel like that's the only thing you don't do. That was ignorant as fuck.
Yeah, what?
I hope they shoot all
that's
of those
what
Capitol
Todd,
Hill
you're not a
guys.
patriot. They shoot the officers that let them in.
Yeah, that's what I hope.
They should take the. Oh yeah, no, the people that rioted and stuff, they just get like tickets, like disorderly conduct, obstructing justice, unless they like vandalized or did worse crimes.
Yeah.
But for the police officers, you get treason,
Yeah.
and that's the chair.
Yeah.
You get
They should
treason, so you
behead
get
them.
sent to work in the oil fields in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. That'd be way better sentence.
Yeah, exactly. Your death is faked. They put you in an electric chair and a bag over your head and make your family think they killed you.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
beheading. They should
all
behead
they do is
people
burn
in
your
the
passport
reflecting
in the
pool.
back room.
They should behead people in the reflecting pool in Washington. I think that would scare people.
That's coming soon. If Trump does get if they get him on the third like what is that? Impeachment? Then they're gonna
There's gonna be a third one?
behead him. Yeah. 2024 at least.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna probably try to impeach him again on something in a year or two.
They're ridiculous.
Think about it. They were able to impeach him after he was out of office. They're gonna try it again if they can. Especially if he's picking up heat in the primaries in 2023.
He was acquitted, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was acquitted.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying I don't agree with that. I'm saying the liberals will try whatever they have to.
The liberals, the Democrats,
Yeah. And it'll work on me.
the
'cause I'm
elitists,
gullible.
the Mexicans.
But there is one good thing liberals are good for. I have to admit. It's
Giving
like
away free shit.
decriminalizing
don't
drug
have.
possession.
Giving away other people's free shit.
Yeah, taking money from rich people and giving it to poor people too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you mean pretending to take it from rich people and taking it from other poor people.
Well, they take their
give
cut.
back to poor people.
You're just as bad as any charity.
Communists.
They're just as bad as any charity.
Oh yeah.
I just think of my tax dollars as charity, and I'm a patriot. I love this country. I will give my money to them. And then I don't donate any money to any causes because the government should be doing that shit for me too.
Yeah.
You fucking idiot. Give your tithings to the government. Things have changed since the fucking Catholic Church made that up. There wasn't any income tax then. So don't feel guilty if you're paying tax to the government. You don't have to give your tithings to any religion or charity.
You know what I'm thinking? Here's my
The government's supposed to do relief for the globe. But what are you thinking, brother?
We do
Are
away
you
with
thinking,
this whole we do away with this whole nation thing, right? And we
Yeah.
just we just have banks that run things, you know, and every bank will have a
Cut the
series
middleman.
of companies, you know, and you can sign up
Yeah.
with this bank and you can use all of their companies.
Nice. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and you have like they get your biometrics,
Yeah, yeah.
and
They
you're
scan
allowed
your
in there.
face. They give you
Yeah.
a house. You get to use their
Yeah.
stores.
Yeah. You work for them or one of their stores.
It's like a feudal system, you know. They're the
Nice.
lord.
Nice. I mean, but people like to think they have freedom, Todd. That's the problem with this situation.
Well, that's why you get
You're
multiple
thinking of
banks. They can
Utopia. We'll
switch.
only
You
get
can
there one
switch.
day.
You can
We'll
switch
get there one
banks.
day.
That's your choice.
Yeah, yeah. There's the private
They're
prisons
all the
bank where
same.
if you want to be a hardened criminal, you sell drugs you are part of that thing. You sell drugs or you work in the prison, and you're not allowed to go to any of the elite stores that are like up in the mountains.
Yeah.
They all live in these mountain communities, and then you've also got the coastal people who want the best of both worlds. So they've got legalized drugs, and they fucking have homeless people that live among them, and like they donate to charity. And it's all a not-for-profit economy. So
Yeah.
there's like the three levels. There's like the middle, and because obviously you have to send all the slaves, the people that work for minimum wage, up to the elites to do all the chores and like cook for them and clean for them and like
Right.
take care of their kids. So there's not going to be any like people that are tryhards that are like criminals. But the criminals are all, and MMA fighters, they'll all be in like a group together. And then like the Californian Hawaiians will all be in a group together. And then like the billionaires will all be in a group with the lower middle class and the lower class people. So it's pretty ideal utopia, if you ask me.
Oh yeah.
It's not
perfect.
too dystopia.
I think we fixed all the world's problems.
Yeah. So like, let's get on. I'm ready for New World Order.
New World
Where do
Order.
I sign up?
NWO.
Yeah. Do I just send Elon Musk my credentials for Neuralink? Like Joe Rogan's convinced me I need to be the first person to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too, man. Man, that's gonna be it. Whoever gets it first, you have more time to collect all the information. That's it.
Yeah.
You gotta upload as much information to your brain as possible as fast
It's
as you
facts. Like I think what people don't get is there is some people that want to be a super soldier.
Yeah.
Like I like at that point, you might as well sign up to be a super soldier. Because that's what they're gonna turn you into. Like you're gonna be the next Lee Harvey Oswald. But you're also gonna be really fucking smart and do whatever you want, bang whoever you want, and be able to think of anything, do anything, fight anything, do whatever you want, literally.
The dream.
In the meantime.
No.
Like whatever your muscles,
it'll probably
your
just be
body
like
will
how
be
it
your
is now.
limitation.
It'll probably be like how it is now, where you're gonna only waste
You're
your
just gonna be a
resources
sleeper
on
cell.
people who are already like exceptional, the same exceptional people.
Sleeper cell.
Or rich people.
Well, I think that you're right, Todd. They're like whatever Navy SEALs exist, that's who's getting it, whether they like it or not.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Because they're not gonna waste it on like I don't know, lazy person. Like, what if they gave it to a lazy person and then they just like didn't do anything successful with it? You know, they just got high. They start doing a whole bunch of heroin and no one could stop them.
Exactly.
They kept
What if
stealing
Elon
everyone's
Musk
heroin.
Yeah. What if Elon Musk keeps doing it to chimpanzees and then they just kill us all with their bare hands? Yeah. And like they can probably take a bullet even.
Chimpanzees?
Yeah, like they're 900-pound beasts. Like, at some of them, like chimpanzees or bears. Maybe they put the Neuralink into bears.
Yeah,
like grizzly bears, Kodiaks. Like, oh man, I'm thinking of some sick fight clubs. But yeah, that liberals wouldn't be into this shit, but they are definitely into decriminalized drug possession. So Norway's government moved to decriminalize drug possession. At the same time, when numerous U.S. ones, the Dales report says officials from the country's Liberal Party unveiled the decriminalization legalization, which would make low-level possession a civil offense rather than one that carries criminal penalties. Possession cases would also require mandatory treatment. So they'd move to the Spain model for all drugs.
Nice. You mean Portugal? Or did Spain do that too? Or
Norway did it, but yeah, Portugal you're talking about. Spain might have done it too. So it's slowly happening wherever the liberals get voted in. So that's one cool thing. I mean, drug dealers and businessmen probably won't vote for it,
Yeah.
but us normies that don't like dealing with the paying off the cops and don't have money to deal with the illegal system, like I want it to be like Oregon, where weed goes from $10 a G to $2 a G.
Is that what happened?
Like, yeah, Oregon, they like, or Seattle, Washington, one of the two provinces, when weed was legalized there, it was the market was so flooded that you could get stuff for under $3 a gram. And that once in a while, I think Ontario's going to that place too. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen stuff for $4 a gram regularly.
Yeah, they can't stop it, man. There's just too many like motivated people. Like,
Yeah.
there's all these
And-
roadblocks they put up, and people are just like jumping as high as they can through these fucking hoops. Cause they're like, I want to sell weed. That's my dream. That's what I was born to do.
Exactly.
You know?
Well, Organigram, I don't want to mention the stock I'm invested in because I love that company, so I won't talk about it. But Organigram,
You just like the stock.
yeah, I just like the stock. But Organigram's the one I don't own. They're all really good. They have this pre-shred. Have you heard of shred?
No.
It's like busted up flour already. It comes in like Tropic Thunder, something else, and it's $4 a G, 7 grams for 28.
Why is it already shredded?
Just
That's
I don't know. That's just who they think is gonna.
sketchy.
It's like made for college students. It's like comes in a pink bag or a yellow bag. It's like they're trying to sell weed to girls, I think, or like non-stoners, like. But it's good. It's actually decent weed.
They're trying to sell weed to transgender.
So that's why
men.
but that's all I'm thinking. It's like on a cheap thing. Like if you were not a smoker and you saw like, oh, $28 for 7 grams, it's already busted up. So I can smoke it in a pipe or a bong. I don't need to buy a grinder. I can roll it in joints. Like,
yeah.
so it's like for that, but it's actually pretty potent. Like it's pretty good stuff. And it's dope to see that kind of thing happen. And another one, JWC Cultivators, which is in Ontario here, St. Thomas, Organigrams in New Brunswick. They're a smaller op that has their select indica for $4 a gram sometimes. And my buddy got it. It was 23% THC. I got it. It was 14% or 15%. And it's aeroponic bud. So like it can vary how good it is, but it's like well quality grown. And like if you're not getting higher THC, it was like some good flavors and shit.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, like it's just like you said, the small guys are getting ahead. The fucking Canopies and Tweeds of the world, they're only making money on edibles and shit.
Yeah.
Like no one wants to pay $11 a gram for bud that sucks.
Yeah.
Even $7 or $8.
Yeah. And they all just thought it was going to be easy. They were like, easy money, these stoners, they're not even going to notice.
Yeah, exactly what they thought. Or they actually thought like, oh, these stoners will keep going to the black market, so we'll just get the dumbasses or the non-smokers who like have connections and want to drive to an Indian reserve.
Well, I just really thought they wouldn't have as much competition as they ended up having.
I guess that's true too. They thought they'd be able to like
Squeeze everyone out.
the public and the government that it needs to be super regulated and mandated when not all the provinces were on board with that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I think that was a big part of it.
Yeah, exactly. That was these Ontario companies thought like, oh yeah, it's going to be super heavy regulated, and wasn't. But have you had some success with the cheaper stuff lately, Todd? I think you've been telling me about the trailer park buds.
The trailer park buds were fucking sick. I forget what they call them. They had some kind of trippy ass name. It was like Meteor / Death Punch or something. That's probably wasn't close, but yeah, it was something funny.
Black Domina crossed with Blueberry Kush or something.
Yeah. And then I've had some good supplies. I tried 2 of their kinds. They have the highest THC on the list, but
Yeah.
Their weed's fucking dry.
Yeah, it's
Girlfriend
a
doesn't
free up
like it.
company. I don't really like it either. The good supply I've had.
It's okay. I kind of didn't mind it. I got
True.
this other stuff.
The THC is sometimes undeniable, even if the bud's not good.
Yeah, even if it's like dry as fuck.
You're still it's like smoking keef almost.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a keef crushed together onto a
Yeah.
stem, you know? I got this
Yeah.
Legend Indica.
Nice.
They were pretty good. What are they at?
Nice.
Uh, I don't know what the percentage is. It was fucking decent though.
True.
It was
Yeah,
decent weed.
and Pure Sun Farms, always $5 a gram. It's some of the best stuff you can buy under 10 a G.
Yeah. All those ones I said were
Yeah.
130 for an ounce. They were all the same price. There was
Nice.
one that was TWD.
Yeah, that's tweed.
Fucking, they're selling their ounces. They're the only ones selling their ounces for 150, and
Wow.
that's their shittiest brand. TWD's
Yeah.
their fucking no name garbage weed. It's like floor weed they scoop up and throw into a bag.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably
Yeah,
not that
exactly.
bad, but it's the leftovers.
And yeah, I'd love to use this opportunity also as a reminder to everyone, like Indica Reserve, OS Reserve ripped me off with their Indica Reserve. So if you want to buy 14 grams and get 13 grams, feel free to buy from them. But like, yeah, otherwise don't fucking bother.
Otherwise, fuck them assholes.
Yeah, but yeah, getting to the other. I love Delta 9 though. Like that's the stock I own to tell everybody. It's some good ass bud.
I like their stock.
Yeah, I like the stock. I like the stock. I don't know any analysis. I just like the company, and I smoked their bud, and it was fucking good. The best stuff that I've had. I bought some stuff that's pretty expensive and higher THC, like the Collab Project California. I haven't bought all these fucking craft brand ones to try all the craft brands that are 20 a G and shit, but
Yeah.
or $50 for an eighth, but I have done the Delta 9 has been probably some of the best stuff I've had, and it's $6.84 for a gram. You buy 3.5, so it's like I think $30 or $32 for $30. No, $24, $23.95 for 3.5.
Nice.
Yeah, great deal. But yeah, I've also been on some edibles and some drinks. I've just been testing the marketplace out. I don't recommend edibles or drinks though. No, they need to up the dosage.
Yeah, I haven't tried them. I was like, this is fucking just garbage. They're
You
gonna
did try
realize. No, I didn't.
Nah.
I was just like, I just looking at them and I'm like, this is garbage. You guys don't know what these aren't gonna sell at all. That's just what I keep thinking. Who's gonna buy these? And only people who buy them are people who don't know. And they'll buy them once and they'll be like, this didn't even work. This doesn't even get me high.
Yeah, exactly. The other thing is I've been what was that? Fuck. Sorry, what did you just say, Todd?
I was talking about the edibles and how the people who buy them are not gonna know, and then they'll take them and be like, "This didn't work."
Yeah. Well,
And then I fired.
well, I have had them with people and I have felt the effects at a low level, and the people with me are like, I'm feeling it pretty good because they don't smoke as much.
Yeah, I'm probably being
It's also
dramatic.
decent for that.
It's probably gonna stay
Might be a
this way
placebo
for
even.
longer than I think.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Which will suck.
I luckily because I was buying a lot of bud online and like distributing it pre-COVID and a little bit into COVID at the start. I had a bunch of shake, and I regularly have a bunch of shake, and I turn that into butter with coconut oil.
Yeah.
So I've been smoking CBD only for a week, taking a tolerance break, and just had a coconut oil coffee and some shatter on my toke. But the coconut oil coffee is like, I don't know how much milligrams I'm taking, but there's no way it's anything like the dose they're giving. Like I'm pushing the limits. Like I'd have to spend like a $20, $30, $40 to take the kind of dose I'm testing myself with sometimes.
Yeah.
Like there was one time where I was like, I drank a mug of the coconut oil and it was too much. And I didn't know because I was like heading to work. So I drove an hour and a half from Guelph to Markham.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
And then what happened?
So yeah, I just couldn't. I went to the coffee shop, Tim Hortons, to like start up a bit before a meeting, and then bam, just fucking headache hits me. And I'm just like, it's like not a headache like I've ever had before. It's like a KO punch kind of headache where I'm like all of a sudden I'm like, oh,
just like hit the ground.
No. So I went to this in this one building, like I don't know if it was like part of my office had like buildings connected to it. I just went in and I slept in this room.
You just went
like
in that meditation at work?
Not at work, but in the building my work was in. Because like in Toronto and Markham, it's all like buildings together.
Yeah.
So like I went and I had a nap and just slept.
Nice.
And then like woke up a few hours later, just went to work late.
Been there, man. I don't think I've ever had a job where I wasn't sleeping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's the most extreme I ever got. And when I was going hard on the phones back in the day, I would get stoned to the bone before work, stoned to the bone at break. And there was one time when I got to a point where I would take dabs at lunch and like drive my car around. And then like again after work, like the afternoon break, take another dab because I didn't want to pass out. Like I couldn't burn out. So I'd have like 3-4 coffees in the afternoon and a couple dabs because there was no way I'd get through the rest of my shift without being stoned to the bone.
Yeah,
that's how
dabs too heavy.
Terrible that work is.
When I ran the phones for like 2 weeks, I was high. I was high for those 2 weeks.
All through training, eh?
Oh yeah, training. I never paid attention during training. During training, I just looked up liquor. So I was gonna try to be a bartender. I learned all about different kinds of liquor and beer.
You never bothered getting your smart term?
No, I didn't even do that.
Nice. That's awesome.
But yeah, I was pretty knowledgeable at the time.
Nice. Dope.
You know how it is. I'm gonna buy a bar one day. I still got dreams. I'm still gonna own a chain of strip clubs across Canada.
Lucky you didn't get your smart serve because you're in another province now, so it would have been a waste of money.
Yeah, that's true.
Although, yeah, probably because you got another job quickly, didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, that's true too.
But I was also thinking of doing 2 jobs at one point in time, but
I was at that time
always
too.
was with my. I've been with my wife for like ever since I was in school, so
yeah,
that would never make sense unless she also bartended with me.
Yeah.
We'd have to do like the same job together outside of work because I was also like working a lot, like 50 hours plus.
Yeah. 2 jobs is heavy.
Paid the cost to be the boss.
I don't know.
Yeah, 2 jobs is heavy if you want to have like you want to have a physique or like a life or game or watch television.
My new goal is to have a job where I can work as many hours, if not more, than 2 jobs. You know, nice. I don't need 2 jobs because I could just work those hours and make even more money than if I had 2 jobs. You know. Yeah,
exactly. Overtime, baby. Or public accounting where it's like I just have a salary and I work whatever they tell me. Some days it's less than minimum wage. Some days I'm getting paid $40 an hour. It just depends the day of the week, right?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, both are good up to a point. Like once you get to the top, once you get your CPA, you're like, all right, like unless you're gonna pay me double, I'm leaving and getting into business myself. And it's like, yeah, fine, we'll pay you double. We'll promote you.
Is that the
And the
accountant
same
life,
goes for
Jay?
like most
Accountant
apprentices.
life.
No, I'm in insurance, so
Oh,
like I just got my management exam done for the principal broker thing. So like
I don't know what
the
those
way it
words
works in
mean.
insurance is kind of like apprenticeship or accounting. Like for the first 2 years, you're an insurance broker. Even though you pass an exam to sell insurance, you have to sell under supervision of a principal broker. And a principal
Yeah,
broker has to either get a
babysit you.
designate. Yeah,
It's gotta
exactly.
babysit you.
Yeah. So your supervisor, manager, company owner, someone's got to have that license, or they got to pay someone to have that license and check up on them for them.
True. Yeah.
And so there's just like anyone else, but then there's 2 extra exams you got to take, or you've got to get a designation, which I did right away, and get a support letter, and then pass the management exams. You have to do the management exam. And I was really just slacking on that. I should have done that after I was in the biz for 2 years. I've been in the biz for 7 years coming up in
The
May.
biz.
So I've wasted 5 years not getting it. But most people don't ever get it.
Yeah. Most people are fucking failures or quitters. But not you, Jay. You're a
Or
fucking
there's
successful motherfucker. You got it,
nah.
and you're going beyond and above.
I'm just
You're
yeah.
gonna be
Well, that's
famous
because
now too.
that's true. That's
You're gonna be
true.
like Arnold. Arnold
I
Schwarzenegger. I'm gonna do
I
some
kind of
movies, and then I'm gonna be governor.
dude, I can't. I kind of have an NDA, so I can't talk about it. But we'll have some news for people about movies soon enough.
Is that right? Is that right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. There's, uh, yeah. I can talk about it enough, but I was like shooting in one that had been filmed and
Oh
it's
yeah.
coming out. So
Is it out yet?
a prominent part. No, it's coming out. It's in the works. It's in the mix.
It's in the
Not
mix.
not anything to do with me in
Oh,
particular.
okay.
Like it's not.
Just
I don't have
movies.
anything to do with production. I was just an employee,
You
an
were just an
actor. You
actor.
would
You were
say.
just the star,
No,
side
no.
star. Where you think like
Uh,
number 10 on the list,
Somewhere in the credits
or like
higher
down.
up.
Yeah, you might have made the credits. Maybe, probably not.
Yeah, I worked with.
Extra.
I was working with or for somebody that was important in the film.
Brad Pitt.
That's about as vague as I can be for it.
All right, I'll stop.
But yeah, no, it is coming out soon. I think I don't know for sure though. But yeah, like Todd said, again also freestyle rapping. If you guys heard the intro, no, no, that was I'm kidding. We wrote those lyrics. We spent a lot of hard work and time.
We spent hours. Spent hours.
We wrote those lyrics. We had Young Thug come in and consult. Cost a lot of fucking money.
Yeah. Bastard gouged the shit out of us.
He spilled syrup all over my keyboard too.
Smoked all my fucking weed.
Yeah, luckily it was CBD, so joke's on him. But yeah, I'm not the only one into CBD lately though. Like Beyond Tobacco cigarettes are made entirely tobacco free, replacing the filter with a proprietary mix of hemp containing CBD. The goal for Beyond Tobacco was to develop a cigarette that mimicked the experience of a tobacco cigarette, minus the addictive properties of nicotine. Investors, so this is now for trying to get people to invest, so don't worry about this part. Investors tend to think winners and losers in absolute terms of business, but it does not apply here. If TAAT Global can claim even 0.5% of the current U.S. nicotine market, it would drive approximately $380 million in gross revenue to the top line. So that's how much money they make, which isn't really that much. GME made a lot more money.
Yeah, they made a
like
killing.
GME, I think makes like $6 billion a year. It's something crazy like that, and people are trying to bankrupt them or saying it's Bong.
Trying to say they're fucking garbage company.
Of course, it came back to life.
Oh yeah, man. Dude, they're gonna be the best.
Yeah, once they launch a launch like a online kind of, they already do have online.
You know what
I
the
think you
problem
can buy
is?
used games.
Is
You need to
none
be
of
able to
these
buy and sell used games online.
the problem is these fucking hedge funds, they don't play video games. They don't understand. They think it's
Yeah.
like movies. And they're like,
Yeah,
it's like
look at this.
Blockbuster. It's not like Blockbuster. Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
How the fuck are you gonna make that kind of money and go bankrupt?
Yeah.
I understand that's Google's profits. I understand Amazon makes $0 profits, but
Yeah.
they bring in hundreds of billions. But not everything's government subsidized.
Not everything's a fucking government psyop program, alright?
Yeah,
These guys just
exactly.
want to sell video games. But the thing, they keep comparing it to Blockbuster. It's like, it's not the same thing. There's so much around video games and selling them. Like, you don't need to. Blockbuster was an entirely rental store.
Yeah.
You know?
Rentals.
Yeah.
That's not a thing except for digital.
Yeah.
Like, no one's renting anything from EB Games.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think
GameStop's
Nintendo
model's so different, and they have such like a much more loyal, like, people are way more loyal to video games than they are to fucking movies, and that's what hedge funds like don't get, you know?
Exactly, and we're always gonna have to buy our consoles somewhere.
Yeah.
Always. No one wants to wait for one in the mail. Like, you can't digitize the console purchase, and because it's still getting shipped to you. And if people do want to wait for it in the mail, other people want to go to the store. Like, I'm a Nintendo Switch fiend. I need the cartridge because I want to be able to sell it if I ever got down in the dumps. Like, I'm not turning homeless and like having a thing full of digital games and being like, buy my Switch for an extra hundreds of dollars because I've got a bunch of fucking
games on
$7 games I downloaded. And then I have to get rid of my account. But
yeah.
So it just doesn't make sense to digitize everything. Like, some games are going to be like worth the same amount of money when you are done with them.
Yeah.
So you can buy a game new, sell it on Kijiji for $50. You just paid $30 and you couldn't have got it on sale from the store that cheap unless you waited years.
Yeah.
So like, people, no one understands that if they think GME is going to go down. And you are like, you think Gen Zers are rich? Like, the only people I know that buy digital games have worked full-time jobs for 10 plus years.
Yeah.
Like, or they're like, no, I mean, not everyone has the time to buy and sell games, but like, I've also went out and bought a used game and sold it for the same amount I bought it for.
I mean, there are a lot of people going to the digital, like, there's the whole
there's nothing wrong with it for most games. For like 80% of games.
A lot of people do the whole thing where you pay for the pass. You don't own any games, but you get to play every game or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, $20 or $30 a month.
A lot of people do that shit, but like, there's always going to be a market for GameStop to be a part of. Like, they have plenty of time to transition.
As long as Nintendo exists, it will always exist.
Like, they're sitting there, they're trying to make deals with all the VR companies right now. That's why the only reason you can't see their profits or their business plan, they're in the back rooms fucking coming up with what exclusive VR sets they can sell out of their store.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. If I want to get the fucking Animal Crossing Special Edition fucking Switch, or I want to get the fucking Call of Duty Modern Warfare 69 edition, like, whatever the fuck they come out with, like, you're gonna be at the store, like,
outside waiting in the middle of the night.
You're gonna be sucking a homeless man's knob because
trying to get a copy.
You can't lose your spot in line, and he's there. Like, just to get to the spot, like, because that's the dystopia we're going to be living in before we go to the utopia.
Where the first 10 people in line are homeless dudes who've been waiting for 4 days that are getting their knobs sucked every night.
Yeah, they save $700 of crack money to buy a Animal Crossing Nintendo Switch so they can resell it for $1,500. They took a night off of collecting scrap metal, so they're serious. They mean business.
That's why they haven't been into recycling cans. They're onto a new fucking...
Yeah, exactly.
New fucking
They're
what's
just
it?
buying
Hustle.
and selling.
New
Yeah,
hustle.
exactly. They're waiting out front of. They're buying Jordans and reselling them on StockX. Like they're running
Yeah,
the
man.
gang
There's not
off
going to be
cell
any more
phones.
stores you can go into. It'll be Amazon or the homeless
Yeah,
guy that
yeah.
collects and sells shit.
Rent Airbnbs to shower. Like fucking
Every
just.
homeless guy's just now going to be a traveling salesman that just collects random crap and carries it around with him between the Airbnbs.
Yeah, exactly. The reason I'm homeless is so I don't have to pay taxes. It's, but yeah, in like I guess the government will still try to give you an ID so they can track and trace you though,
Yeah.
if you so choose. Homeless
They,
people, at
they're
least
going
in
to put the chip
Ontario.
somewhere.
Yeah,
You're not going to
yeah,
have a cell phone. You'll probably have a cell phone. That's why every homeless person has a cell phone. That's how they track them.
yeah. But they can also get IDs. But yeah, how would you not have a cell phone in today's
They're just
world?
going to start giving
Like you
out
can
free
live
flip
without a
phones
house,
then.
but you can't live without a cell phone.
Yeah.
You don't need you don't need a job or a fucking house, but you need a cell phone and a shopping cart
There's gonna be like a
somewhere.
government-run place soon where there's just like a drop-off and pick-up for cell phones. You know, people throw their old phones there, and they just homeless people come and get new ones. I guess you
Nice.
can go to Walmart though and just get a free phone, can't you? You just gotta pay as you go.
Yeah, like $100 pay as you go at 7-Eleven or Walmart.
And they'll give you a free phone.
Yeah. And then if you're savvy enough, you can even switch it to unlimited texting. And now you've got a phone for up to 10 months if you don't take phone calls and just text.
Genius.
Yeah. And I'm a savvy homeless man. Like I had a place I rented ever since I left, but I didn't always have a job.
Yeah.
So like I basically, if you're jobless long enough, you're just one of the homeless. You're just lucky enough to have you're just lucky enough to have shelter. That's not shared.
Yeah.
And probably is shared. Like if you have 5 roommates, you're basically like a homeless. You can come and go whenever you please. Like you don't have to be the first guy there. Some homeless have it better. They'll rent them a hotel.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think anyone should have to live like sleep outside. I understand it's a mental health issue.
I think people should. There's got to be a bottom, Jason. What do you mean? How are you supposed to come up if you
Well,
if
no
you
one
never
should
slept
freeze to
outside?
death.
You've never slept outside?
No, I have. I've slept in a porta potty at
Well,
like.
why the fuck shouldn't everybody else? No kid should have to sleep outside. Once
Yeah,
you're
no, but
fucking
I
20,
chose to as a
you
kid.
should be sleeping
I'm a crazy.
outside.
Todd, why do you think I want to get Neuralink first? I'm one of the Navy SEAL type of folks. Like I would just do it to prove a point, even though I'm the smallest guy on the planet. Like I would become a Navy SEAL just because I want to, but they wouldn't let me because of my size.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Yeah, you're 6 foot tall, but you weigh 135 pounds if you go through our training course." It's like we can give you as much steroids as you want, but you'll gain like 30 pounds max.
Nah, man, they'd feed you enough. You'd be crazy.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's true. True.
I hear you probably eat like 7 meals a day.
True.
Just be
That's what
all
I'm
meat.
getting into next. That's why I'm going plant based now because I'm like I'm
Because
living
of how
a
much
hippie
animals you're
lifestyle
gonna kill
until
when you go to the army.
sleeper cell. Yeah.
Sleeper cell.
Once I get that Neuralink, I'm not gonna have a choice.
Just call me Manchurian.
The government's gonna just have me find steroids and take them and eat 8 meals a day. Neuralink in, and you'll be like, the meaning of life is becoming the biggest person on the planet. And then we're gonna have to start. You're gonna just not even realize what you're manifesting.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna be building a nuclear bomb in your garage and not know. Like they're just gonna turn us all into fucking soldiers, one way or another. Depending on, it's gonna run your stats, do a psychoanalysis, do all that shit, and then just like send back to headquarters what kind of activity they want you to do for the military. And maybe some people are going to be cashiers at a grocery store, but there's going to be a lot of people that are activated. A lot, because you got to think about it. Like, there's a lot of people that are like jerking around the system that don't actually have mental health issues, but like want to try to do nothing
Yeah.
and get away with it.
Me.
Yeah. Well, I don't blame anyone for it, but obviously
Yeah.
the government's going to
They're
turn those
geniuses.
people into sleepers, sleeper
Yeah.
cells and shit.
Yeah, exactly. They
But
they
yeah,
they think they're using the government. The government's using you.
yeah,
You did not fool anyone.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, back to GameStop though. Getting too far into left field with these big corporations. Like no one likes. Like GameStop is a big corporation. Like you can't tell me you make $8 billion, have stores around the globe, and you're not big. So that's the other thing that kind of scares me. If hedge funds are ready to attack them, like they could literally wipe any of us off the planet.
GameStop.
No, like a hedge fund. Like let's
Oh,
say a hedge fund billionaire didn't like his neighbor.
yeah.
Like like the whole Peter Nygaard scandal. I think it's pretty legitimate when I actually think of how things work. Like
Oh, yeah.
his neighbor in Barbados is a hedge fund billionaire, and he said there was his lawyer saying there's a neighborly dispute, and this hedge fund billionaire set him up.
How do you set him up to die?
No, I don't know, to have his sons get fucked by prostitutes or some shit. Like,
Yeah, easily, man.
like it was so, but no, he got arrested for like sex trafficking and like Peter Nygaard did. So like he was saying that he got set up for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds kind of like the
Like
whole
I
thing
almost
with
think it's possible though.
yeah, no, 100%.
Because it's a hedge fund billionaire. If they can do that to GameStop, who's like making $8 billion or try
Yeah.
to think they can bully them,
Oh,
why
yeah.
the fuck do you think they wouldn't be able to do it to a 72-year-old guy who's making a few billion?
Yeah.
Or not even making a few billion, just worth $1 billion. Probably making tens of millions of dollars a year at this point.
Probably both. Probably all credit cards.
Yeah, probably Donald Trump. It's probably just he's got $1 billion in assets, but he owes 990 million.
Yeah. The bank's just trying to figure out how to seize them all at once.
Yeah, yeah. It's just at one point in his life he had like $300 million and leveraged himself to the nines.
Yeah.
And you just chill on that and you're good.
And you think he's gonna fuck with one of the top hedge funds?
No, he fucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. He might, maybe he is sex trapped in, but they'll get him busted for it.
Probably.
That's for sure.
Probably is.
But they're the ones that'll get him busted
Probably
for it though.
both things are true.
Yeah, exactly.
He was set up, but he was also fucking kids.
He was doing this shit, but his neighbor set him
Wait,
up.
but that's the thing. He couldn't have got set up unless he was down for it, right?
Yeah, exactly. His neighbor called the FBI on him though, and that wasn't cool.
Yeah.
But that's like this whole Marion Barry crack thing. So that's another thing in the Freddie Gibbs episode. Marion Barry, just like Doug Ford, was a mayor who smoked crack.
Okay.
But he was a mayor of Washington, D.C.
Right on.
And he got set up by the FBI, and it was proven in court.
To smoke
Here's
crack?
what happened. Yeah, so a video came out with him smoking crack. And it was kind of like a nanny cam surveillance kind of narc video. You could tell someone had hidden a camera across the room. It wasn't like the Doug Ford phone camera in his face one.
Yeah.
Where this guy was blackout drunk blasting crack.
Yeah.
Maybe this guy was blackout drunk. Who knows? But he went to the crack dealers and they gave him 93% pure cocaine freebase. And had
Nice.
EMTs standing by. They were trying to get him to overdose.
Wow.
But he was a fucking trooper and survived on the Toke.
He
So
went
he had
through
to
it?
be a crack smoker.
Yeah.
He had to be. Or a big cokehead. He had to be.
Nice.
So he survived it. And then I don't know if he ended up not being mayor at a point or if it just went through court while he was mayor. But he
Wait, was
won
that
in
the
court
proof?
and proved it.
The proof was that he. Wait, the scandal was that he did a whole bunch, and so it proved that he
No.
wasn't.
That wasn't what mattered. No, I'm just saying that anecdotally. He survived the 93% freebase, so he definitely smoked. He's definitely a user of cocaine or crack. Yeah. But that doesn't matter. No, he went to court and somehow he proved the FBI had set him up because there was 93% cocaine from what the whatever was like taken by the police from the scene. It tested 93%. And the EMTs said we're on standby at the apartment building. That's like because there was cameras or some shit because it's Washington D.C. outside. Yeah, so they like were able to prove he got set up, and then he got reelected. And then Joe Rogan pulled him into the studio and asked him about it at Opie and Anthony.
Oh, really?
And he like was all smart and answering it. He's like, you don't know what was in that pipe. But yeah, crazy story. Crazy story.
Yeah. Super crazy.
Because I guess he was at the radio place doing another interview.
I wonder why the FBI was setting him up.
I don't know. He was the mayor of D.C. There must have been someone who he pissed off or didn't like him.
Or they just wanted somebody they had.
Yeah, maybe they were trying to install someone or blackmail him.
Yeah.
And he didn't budge.
Yeah. He's like, fuck that. I'm going to tell him I smoke crack and I'm going to win again.
You're going to have to kill my ass. Motherfucker. Yeah, like that's, man, I had a fucking friend in Chatham. He's that insane. So
he had the FBI set him up?
Basically, but here's what happened. Did you ever go to River Rock, Todd?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were juicy. Like, I don't know. I don't know why I said juicy. We weren't on gear. We were drunk. I don't know if we got drunk before like a young high school dance. Yeah, it was high school dance. So we were drunk. Who knows if these guys were doing Schnokane or something else too?
Oh, yeah.
At the club.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, of course not.
I think it was just somebody who's has a health condition, so like diabetes or something like that.
Yeah, he sniffs a lot.
So no.
So he sometimes catches cocaine.
Yeah, or maybe he was on like some sort of steroidal
He's got
medicine.
A big nose.
Or maybe it was some guy who had like some sort of allergy and was on steroidal medicine. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But no, diabetes, I think your insulin spikes and then it go like, so you get all hyped up.
Oh, okay.
And then where it goes low and then you get like adrenaline to keep yourself alive or something like that. I don't know which one it is. But
yeah, he needed his cocaine to stay alive, right?
So
anyways, continue.
Maybe I might have been a regular dude on cocaine. I don't remember who I was with exactly.
Yeah.
For purposes that we will not mention. Maybe I was on cocaine.
Maybe it was me. But, maybe I was there.
I was really blackout drunk. I just know my other buddy. I was with another guy who was fucking huge, like 6 foot. But these guys on 2 bikes pull up. 2 guys on a bike.
Okay.
Pull up. One jumps off with a knife. The other's got a knife. Because what had happened, my buddy pushes the guy who's riding on the back of the bike.
Okay.
And then starts talking shit. And they pulled a knife and he's like, fucking stab me then. Because they were like saying, like, give me your wallet, you fucking asshole, after they pulled their knife out.
Right.
He's like, fucking stab me then. If you're going to stab me, fucking stab me.
Yeah.
And he got right in their face and they just left because they were also kids.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Sometimes it works.
That's what I would say to the guy. Fuck him.
And the other thing was like, we were literally around the corner from the hospital. So like, we could have ran him there. Me and because I was with this 6 foot guy who was like over 200 pounds or close to it. So like, we could have easily carried my friend to the hospital after he got stabbed or attacked these guys while they were stabbing, like, you know? But the guy on the bike never got off his bike either. So it was there was not really a double threat.
You let him get away? Should have fucked him up.
No, why would we fight them? We just
because
we were like, come on, Dave, like let's just fucking get out.
Now they're gonna try and rob someone else. If you fucked them up, that'd be the last time they try robbing anyone. Just beat the fuck out of it. Steal their bike.
Yeah, we just didn't want to beat up kids though. That's the other thing. Like
what? That's the best part.
Realize what was going
That's
on.
when you gotta get them while they're kids. That way,
also
they don't grow up to be grown adults kicking the shit out and stabbing people.
There was three of us and we were drunk as shit. So like no one could have rode the bike with someone on the handlebars and on the pegs. So anyways, after that, we ended up going back to like someone's place. And while we were on the way there, because my buddies were both punching trees all the way and got their knuckles all cut up.
Oh yeah,
just like crazy. My one buddy was like mad after that he wasn't as
cool. He wished he got his face.
Exactly. He was a bigger guy and he was mad that he wasn't as cool.
He was like, why did I get stabbed?
Yeah, exactly. He's like, oh, I wish I got threatened so I could have said no and these guys could have held me back. So he was like punching the trees, got the knuckles bloodied up. And then we ended up in we went to this girl's place who my buddy almost got stabbed was texting.
Yeah.
And met up with a friend after that, but we went into their basement and like they just started working out because they had like a gym in the basement. It was the fucking most fucked up drunk night ever. But yeah, cool. That's something fucking a Navy SEAL would definitely do, or just like a chill ass black guy who's put up with too much shit in his life. Like an you imagine going through like MLK days, like.
Oh yeah.
Black person in the U.S. must be maybe even in Canada too. I don't know. I can't speak for it. I have no idea.
I do. I'm black.
But yeah, I think being a black person for like the last 60, 80 years would be a lot worse than being like a 20-year-old black person.
Yeah.
But what do I know? What do I know?
I'm not sure.
But that you'd have a much different history that you lived through, and like you'd be like, I'm not put to be dead than fucking put up with this shit.
Yeah.
Whereas like I'm like, yeah, no, I'd kind of be a slave in the Saudi Arabian oil fields if you made me.
Because you're a white guy.
Yeah. Yeah, they'd probably put me in the offices. You're right, Todd.
Yeah. See, you know. You'd be way too lazy. You wouldn't get anything done. They could see it on your skin. They'd fucking be like, this guy does math.
Yeah.
But not as good math as this guy. And they'd point at a nation dude.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they wouldn't let me do math. They'd like have me do like legal shit or insurance shit.
Lawyer stuff.
Yeah, like how do we make sure we fucking
lie to people?
Yeah.
How do we lie to people and steal their stuff? Get these guys to sign this paperwork that gives us all their stuff.
Yeah, we know these slaves are gonna die. How do we get life insurance on them?
Yeah. Can you convince the slaves to work for less than nothing?
Yeah. Exactly. How do we get them to pay us room and board?
Yeah.
Human trafficking operations. Now we're going too deep.
Well, sir, they need to have a way to make money for you to charge them. So they need second jobs. So we should export the slaves. I was reading this thing, or maybe I was watching a Joe Rogan clip where they're talking about how the Russians will ship out North Koreans into Russia, and they'll like put them on these buses and like put curtains on the buses, and then like wherever they're working, they'll build a fake North Korean town and pretend like they're in North Korea still, and they're in Russia doing slave labor work.
That's so smart.
Yeah.
Couldn't they just make Russians do that though? They're a communist country.
Oh, they're not. I don't know. I don't think they have as much authority. It's too big.
Yeah.
North Korea's like a little place.
Exactly.
Like
they don't want to be like China, where like they have to censor you geographically, so like, news doesn't spread.
Russia's kind of like a weird place where it's like people look at it. It's like this big.
It's fake capitalist.
They look at this big place. No, just the geography of it. It's like.
Oh, okay.
Like the actual Russia, it's like a bunch of small, tiny countries that are like autonomous, have their like own kind of rules and police, and then around it is just a bunch of barren wasteland, and it's like all these dotted like little communities for like different reasons. Like sometimes they're like native communities that have always been there and just like have they always like rebel and stuff, so they let them. Yeah. But there's also like a Jewish community, like in the farthest point of Russia, there's like a small Jewish community because. They didn't like the Jews, kind of like the Nazis, but they just were like, if you guys go like way over into eastern Siberia, like we won't bother you.
There's plenty of Muslims too, though.
Oh yeah, There's supposed
South
to be
Russia, like south
well, all of the whole
southwest Russia.
eastern,
Yeah,
the whole
southwest Russia,
eastern part
East
of it
Russia.
is all Muslim, pretty well. If you're not Russian, usually,
Above China, you're saying?
probably that too. Yeah, because the
Yeah.
Mongols, or
The
unless they're
Uyghurs,
Tibetan and because like
where are the Uyghurs at?
because a lot of the Uyghurs are Muslim. I'm almost certain. Like
Yeah.
all
So
the
they are,
Mongols.
yeah.
The Mongols, when they invaded like the Middle East a long time ago, a lot of them converted to Islam and spread it all across that area. So
Oh, true.
that's why most of Russia is Muslim. And then
Nice. Yeah, is
I've heard
Muslims
there's
pretty civilized, like overly civilized. That's why Americans hate it.
what's that?
Muslims, like, you're over civilized, like you can't drink, like.
Yeah, they're kind of
But also they have some weird rules too. But so does a lot of Christian. So.
yeah, they have a lot of like intense rules like about
Suppressive
washing your
rules.
ass and shit. Like you only can do it with like your left hand.
Yeah. Which is, I think it's just because it was like the Catholic Church. Like, how do we spread good fucking values to people so they don't all die at 12 years old
Yeah, exactly.
and rape and pillage and kill each other? It's like, so that's probably why the Mongols spread it, because they were like, let's spread this fucking propaganda so no one takes us over here or there. No one fights back.
It was their downfall, though. They fell apart right after. But I've heard there's actually supposed to be more like radical Muslims or like terrorist Muslims inside of Russia than outside of Russia.
Oh, nice. I mean, not nice, but
yeah,
wild.
it's crazy. That's why like some people like I forget his name. He was the Trump Secretary of Defense that quit. Mad Dog Mattis, that's his name.
Yeah.
Like he's like that's one of the examples he gives for why like he thinks Russia's just gonna fall apart. Probably, I do too. Right after Putin dies. He's the only thing holding
That's
the place
true.
together.
It will probably turn into more countries. You're right. Again.
Because he like when he joined office, the Chechen War was still going on, which was like the last of the civil wars that were happening. And
Is
he put an end
Chechnya
to it.
separate?
It's not separate.
True.
They were he stopped it.
To Ukraine, right?
Yeah, they're kind of they're more like north of Georgia.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
down near Dagestan.
So there's like a whole bunch of like areas there that want to be separate, but Putin put a stop to it. He showed up and put an end to the civil war there. So like it's just any minute now that place is just gonna fucking fall apart. Those guys are still pissed off and oh yeah.
It's funny to think how Canada works, but other places don't. Like,
yeah, man.
The federal government can really fuck shit up quickly.
Yeah. We're just lucky we're over here and we don't have like fucking
we're lucky we're not in Quebec.
We don't have like a country like Poland or Ukraine right on our border, that doesn't like us and fucking we have to sell shit to, but doesn't want us to fucking even be a part of it, and we also used to rule them and shit. There's no one near on our borders that we used to rule and murdered and genocided, like
that's facts.
That's why that shit's fucked up over there. It's because they've all killed each other for so long.
Yeah.
We murdered most of those guys and didn't let them be a part of the government. So that's why it works here.
Luckily.
We got them with smallpox. We got them with the diseases. That's what Russia's got to do. Just give everyone fucking AIDS. All the people they don't like, they just got to go out and they got to build. That should be the new spy. We just sexually transmitted diseases. We give them AIDS and like gonorrhea and send them out to fuck the other ethnic diversities. White nation. That's what I'm talking about.
White nation.
White nation.
That's so crazy.
Sorry, I started ranting there a little bit. I don't know what happened.
You went too hard. Too hard in the paint. Your skin color took over your brain.
I got too real.
No. Teasing. But yeah, it is crazy there though. No. Just talking about Russia probably got you.
Russia's a real Yeah, it's crazy. It's an interesting country. I feel like people don't understand it. They talk about it all the time. So it's a really interesting place.
Yeah.
They're too hard on Putin. He's a great leader.
Yeah.
You gotta poison your dissenters if you're fucking running Russia, like.
R.I.P. Putin.
R.I.P. Putin. Alright, we heading out soon? I got laundry to do and shit. I'm moving. This is the last time we'll be shooting out of this studio. The fucking NIA, the NID, the NSA, the FBI, the FIB, and the fucking CIA are all onto me. So I gotta get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've been going for a while here. Is there anything we missed? I don't know. Let me see quickly before we go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the NYU launching
Oh
$10 million
yeah.
psychedelic medicine center. That's the only one we missed.
Psychedelic news. Yeah.
Let me tell you, we know you guys come for that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you didn't read it already, New York University wants to expand our mind, but in a trippy new way. NYU Langone Health Department of Psychiatry plans to establish a center for psychedelic medicine, a hallucinatory hub that will support research on treating addiction, chronic pain, opioid addiction, and existential distress, among other physical and emotional ailments, using psychedelics. NYU researchers are already involved in studies on the treatment of alcoholism, anxiety, and major depressive disorder with psilocybin, and the treatment of severe PTSD with MDMA. Benefactors believe the program will not only advance psychedelic-inspired medicinal research, but also help those suffering from some of the most prevalent issues in mental health for patients. According to a press release which added, "We are very excited about what the future holds. The center comes amid a surge in medicinal interest in psychedelics, with Oregon becoming the first legal state to decriminalize. And last August, a guided ketamine trip therapy clinic opened in Manhattan, even.
Nice.
So
Go ketamine. Special
yeah.
K. Buddy.
Yeah, exactly. And then here's a quote: LSD is used primarily to escape, and given that the world's on fire, people might be using it as a therapeutic mechanism. University of Cincinnati doctoral candidate Andrew Yockey told Scientific American at the time, "Now that COVID's hit, I guess that use has probably tripled." And last part, I guess this is from the New York Post. The new facility is backed by $10 million from donors, including Dr. Bronner's Soaps and psychedelic medicine company MindMed. The center is being created to ensure that the momentum created by the modern psychedelic renaissance is sustained, according to NYU psychiatry professor Michael B. Bogenschutz, who will be the center's director. Nice. Great news, Governor.
Fuck, that's some good news.
Yeah. So big money universities, NYC financial hub of New York's heating up, which is surprising because it's a down week for psychedelic stocks, but stocks are always going to be volatility. Good time to jump.
Yeah, well, the market's down, so.
Yeah, the market's down.
The only thing that went up was GME.
Other than GME, yeah. Melvin Capital's got to cover their shorts more.
Yeah, man. No, it's awesome, though. It's another university. Like, we got fucking John Hopkins and Columbia with Carl Hart and now NYU. They're all fucking pushing for this shit.
Yeah, crushing the game.
I was watching some Twitter fights with Carl Hart and some other people. There was this one person who was like, over at John Hopkins, we do experiments in actual laboratories and not in living rooms. It's so weird.
People are flaring on him saying he used heroin, eh?
Yeah.
Recreationally.
Yeah, he gets hit hard with that stuff, but that's what
he's a boss, man.
He's boss man. Yeah,
he knows better than to play into their games. Like, he's not about those woke politics.
There's always like,
he's not about to dye his hair purple just
heroin's
just
killing
because someone
all the black
says he
people.
should.
Heroin addiction's killing all the black people. He's like, you don't understand addiction. That's why they're getting killed, you idiot.
Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't be the poverty that would kill them slowly.
Yeah.
That they're trying to get speed up, but they're too scared to put a gun in their mouth.
It isn't the fact that it's literally impossible to deal with any of your mental health issues. Like,
yeah, exactly. If you don't have any, even if you do have insurance, 99% of the time, you can't get the right treatment.
Yeah. It's just not even there. It's not even there.
Yeah.
It's not even there.
That's why psychedelics rock.
Yeah. That's
because everyone seems to have glowing reviews of psychedelics. I've never heard anyone say, yeah, psychedelics didn't work on helping me with my addiction.
Yeah. No.
So if there is anyone out there, put it in the comments below. Yeah. Text or email us. Don't forget to hit subscribe now that we're back on YouTube, motherfuckers. Hit the bell. We're going to be here. We're going to not. Who knows if it works, but we'll keep uploading the pods. And give us a 5-star on Apple if you like this one. You're still listening. Don't forget to share with your friends and follow us on IG. And I guess Twitter. I don't know. We don't even care about Twitter at this point anymore.
Yeah,
They're shutting down
fuck with
Periscope and fuck.
But if
fuck
follow
that
it,
shit.
we'll probably keep hitting it up.
Yeah.
Just follow us anyways. Tweet at us.
Yeah, if you tweet at us, we tweet back.
Yeah.
IG, we probably won't answer your message because you're creep. Especially if you're sending some sort of video or photo, I don't think we'll be looking.
Yeah.
But seen too many bad things. Seen too many neighbors get shot.
Penises.
Yeah. I'm trying not to see those 2 neighbors get shot by the guy for shoveling into his road.
It's a crazy video.
Man, this craziest thing. My neighbor's almost as retarded as those people that were shoveling onto the other guy's driveway. Except here's what he does. He shoveled all his snow beside the boulevard in his own fucking driveway. And then has to pull like across both of our driveways to get out. So I don't know if he just wasn't thinking, but he like built a giant hill and it either all just slid into his driveway or melted into his driveway. Now there's a massive ice block.
He probably blames you.
Half his driveway.
He's probably like, what happened? I made this sick driveway out and this guy fucking filled it in. What the fuck? It's like, I'm just going to drive through his driveway.
Meanwhile, I don't have a snow shovel because the Canadian Tire down the road, you have to do curbside only, and I'm not going to do that. I refuse to do it. I could drive further because I'm like 10 minutes from where they let you in stores in Oakville.
Yeah.
But I'm like, fuck it. I'm going back. Hopefully next week they give me a snow shovel. But everything seems to be melting now. Knock on wood. St. Paddy's Day coming up.
True.
But yeah, we'll get out of your motherfucking hair because we're motherfucking busy ass folks.
Peace.
Got some acting to do, some blow to do.
Cocaine.
Nice. I stopped my recording.
Oh, I should shout out this stream then, eh?
Nah, just a little extra for the people that get the video.
Yeah,
but yeah,
a little extra.
We should shut off the stream anyways. We do have shit to do.
I should whip out my dick.
Yeah. That won't get us kicked off YouTube immediately. We should